Amelia Earhart, the death flight. What if I told you that one of the greatest mysteries in aviation history doesn't involve UFOs or secret jets, but a woman with goggles, a leather jacket, and the guts to challenge gravity itself? Meet Amelia Earhart, a pilot who didn't just fly into the skies, but straight into legend. Amelia was never the typical girl of the early 1900s. While most were expected to stay grounded, literally, she was climbing trees, racing sleds, and collecting insects. Adventure was her fuel long before airplanes entered her life. And when she finally took her first flight in 1920, she said, "As soon as we left the ground, I knew I myself had to fly." That was it. The spark became a wildfire. By the 1930s, Amelia was rewriting the record books. She became the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic, battling storms, mechanical failures, and bone-chilling cold. Crowds adored her, not just because she was fearless, but because she was relatable. A woman with determination, charm, and a grin that said, "Watch me do the impossible." For women everywhere, Amelia wasn't just flying planes, she was breaking ceilings, both glass and atmospheric. But Amelia wasn't satisfied with one great achievement. She wanted the ultimate prize, to be the first woman to fly around the world. In 1937, she set out on her boldest adventure yet, alongside navigator Fred Noonan. Imagine this: no GPS, no satellites, radios that worked when they felt like it. Flying across the globe then was basically the aviation version of winging it. Literally. Their journey spanned continents: South America, Africa, India, Southeast Asia. Crowds lined up to see her. Headlines cheered her every landing. But then came the most dangerous leg, the Pacific Ocean. On July 2, 1937, Amelia and Fred took off from Papua New Guinea, aiming for Howland Island, a speck of land smaller than a Walmart parking lot. Their last radio messages were frantic, filled with static. And then, silence. On the plane. No wreckage, no survivors, just endless ocean. And from that silence, one of history's greatest mysteries was born. Theories swirled like storm clouds. The simplest: Amelia's plane ran out of fuel and crashed into the Pacific, sinking to a depth where recovery is nearly impossible. Others believe she may have landed on a remote island and survived as a castaway. There are even reports of bones found decades later that might have been hers. Some more dramatic theories suggest capture, that Amelia and Fred were taken prisoner by the Japanese during rising World War II tensions. Conspiracies even claim she secretly returned to the US under another identity. Truth? Still missing in action. Despite countless expeditions, sonar scans, and investigations, the Pacific holds its secret tightly. Yet, maybe that's the point. Amelia's disappearance isn't just a tragedy. It's what elevated her from pilot to legend. She didn't simply vanish. She became eternal, a symbol of human ambition colliding with the unknown. And here's the loop back to where we started. What makes Amelia unforgettable isn't the mystery of her last flight. It's the courage of every flight before it. She dared where few would, inspired millions, and showed the world that the sky was not a limit, but an invitation. Even now, researchers, historians, and dreamers chase her trail. They scan the ocean floor, analyze old bones, replay static-filled radio calls, and every search keeps her story alive. Amelia Earhart proved that exploration isn't about certainty, it's about daring to leap into the unknown. So the next time you hear her name, don't just think of her disappearance. Think of her wings, her courage, her laugh in the face of limits. Because subtitles like Amelia don't really need an ending, they just keep flying. If you enjoyed this journey, hit like, subscribe, and share this video. Because curiosity, like Amelia, was always meant to soar. Settings. Add clean subtitles with outline. Use a male voice for the narrator.